Hi everybody. Okay, I'm just going to do a short video here in regards to Unit 5, Computer and Network Technology, which is part of Level 5 Extended Diploma in Information Technology. Okay, so this particular unit has two separate tasks and the total word count is 2,500 words. So task 1 is a 50% weighting, it's 2,500 words and it's followed by handbook, and this covers learning outcome 1 and learning outcome 2. And specifically assessment criteria 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4, and 1.5 in regards to learning outcome 2, in regards to learning outcome 1, sorry, and 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4 in regards to learning outcome 2. Task 2 also has a 50% weighting. The word count here is not applicable, and this is in the form of a report and also logbooks. And this covers learning outcome 3 and learning outcome 4. And again, specifically in regards to learning outcome 3, 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. In regards to learning outcome 4, 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. So you're working as a senior network administrator. Your company has recruited 2 junior network administrators. You are tasked with training them and making them ready for their role. Task 1, which is 2,500 words, so ignore 2,000 words there. This task covers learning outcome 1, which is to understand fundamentals of cloud computing, and learning outcome 2, to understand network principles and their protocols. The following assessment criteria applies in regards to learning outcome 1. 1.1, summarize the historical development of cloud computing technologies. 1.2, evaluate cloud computing models. 1.3, assess cloud computing platforms. 1.4, differentiate, so say the difference between client and server environments. And 1.5, to evaluate the benefits of serverless computing. In regards to learning outcome 2, 2.1, describe the network standards and protocols. 2.2, assess different network topologies. 2.3, evaluate the impact of different network standards. And 2.4, identify and explain various network hardware and software available to an intranet setup. So here you need to create in part 1, you need to create a handbook for employees covering the following in part 1 for 1,000 words. Summarize the historical development of cloud computing technologies, evaluate cloud computing models, assess cloud computing platforms, differentiate client and server environments, and evaluate the benefits of serverless computing. Part 2, 1,000 words. Describe network standards and protocols, assess different network topologies, evaluate the impact of different network standards, and identify and explain various network hardware and software available for an intranet setup. So you can see there in task 1, part 1, sorry, and part 2, each has 4 bullet points. So 5 bullet points. So you're talking in part 1 with 5 bullet points of about 200 words per part. And part 2, there's 4 bullet points. So you're talking there about 250 words per part to make up the total of 2,000 words. So with the delivery and submission, part 1 and for task 1, submission in form of a handbook written in Word format for both 1 and 2. Part 1, the recommended word limit is 1,000 words. Part 2, the recommended word limit is 1,000 words. You can obviously include in illustrations, diagrams, and any other appropriate visual aids that may enhance your handbook. The word limit is including references and appendices. You are expected to use relevant academic and reliable sources where appropriate and clearly reference these in your work. So that's really important. Even though it is in the handbook form, this is really important that you do normal Harvard referencing, both in text and in text. Citations should be added to the text and placed at the end of the reference list using the Harvard reference style, just what I've explained. Task 2, there's no technical word count for this. So you're working as a senior network administrator. Your company has recruited 2 junior network administrators who are tasked with training them and making them ready for their role. This task covers learning outcome 3, which is be able to support and troubleshoot computing problems. And learning outcome 4, be able to demonstrate routing and switching techniques. So the assessment criteria in regards to learning outcome 3, carry out PC assembling and basic troubleshooting without supervision. 3.2, carry out installation of client and server operating systems without supervision. 3.3, configure client systems to meet organizational policies without supervision. In regards to learning outcome 4.1, configure a network using routing and switching techniques. 4.2, demonstrate how to set up a secure network interface. And 4.3, demonstrate how to back up and restore a router. So here the report or logbooks. So demonstrate the following and collect evidence as you progress. Carry out PC assembling and basic troubleshooting without supervision. Carry out the installation of client and server operating systems without supervision. Configure client systems to meet organizational policies without supervision. And configure a network using routing and switching techniques. Demonstrate how to set up a secure network interface, and explain how to back up and restore a router. The submission in the form of reports and logbooks signed by the assessor. In addition to the reports and logbooks, you can also submit a video of the demonstrations with detailed commentary. And I suggest that might be the best way to do this from a remote learning perspective. And there is no fixed word limit for this task. So for an overview, Level 5 Extended Diploma in Information Technology for Unit 5 Computer Network Technology. There are 2 tasks. The total word count is actually 2,000 words. Task 1 is 2,000 word handbook covering learning outcome 1 and learning outcome 2. Task 2 is 50% weighting again. The word count is not applicable here. And this is in form of reports and logbooks. And this is covering learning outcomes 3 and learning outcomes 4. Okay, everybody. So as per normal, there's lots of really, really awesome resources on the learning management system. So please have a look at those as well to give you some more further guidance. As ever, if you have any questions, comments, observations, etc., please don't hesitate to get in touch with a member of the team who will be more than happy to help you. On that note, I wish you all a great rest of your day, and I shall speak to you all soon. Thank you. Goodbye.